Welcome to the Digital Maddie Show. This is a platform where I share my knowledge on video creation, digital marketing, chatbot marketing, and how to grow your business through video making. I also invite many influencers and digital marketers on the show and ask amazing questions to extract their secrets of business. Let's get started with your hosts. Hi, my name is Mithil and I am a YouTube and video creation coach, and I help aspiring video influencers to create and monetize their content through video making. Today we have an amazing person on our show. She is an Instagram strategist. So we're going to extract as much information from her as to how to create an awesome Instagram profile and to grow your followers. She is already into our studio. Let's welcome her. So we have in our studio an amazing guest. She is Natty, and she is an Instagram strategist. So welcome, Natty, to our show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be in this podcast.
Great. So let me introduce her. She started as a social media manager. She is basically from Brazil, and she is passionate about internet business. And she is, as I told you, an Instagram strategist. And it's her mission to help creative entrepreneurs to attract their ideal clients using simply Instagram, a powerful tool. So welcome once again.
Thank you.
Natty, let me ask you, which is your favorite quote that motivates you to do your work daily?
What motivates me is to help others to see that they can get results and they can help even more people with what they have, their gifts. Because I believe in having an impact in people's life. It's a great thing, and we can do it using Instagram, using internet in many ways.
Yes, if you create impact and if you deliver value, yes, in the bargain, you are also going to get benefited through a lot of people. Absolutely. So, Natty, can you share your origin story, your backstory about who you are?
Sure. So I grew up in Brazil, was born there. And way back when, I think like 2012, maybe, I had my e-commerce. I was doing everything by myself. So I learned a lot about social media marketing, email marketing, everything in the digital marketing world. And I became passionate about it. And then when I moved to the US, I was already a social media manager. I had clients back in Brazil. And then after a while, I got clients here as well. And I decided to pursue my passion with Instagram because I fell in love with that one. I'm barely using Facebook or other social medias. And I just love helping others. I think it's so good. And that's my background. That's how I started out. And I work with nonprofits. I've worked with dentists, vets, everything.
Cool. So, yes, the topic today is very interesting, and Instagram is considered as one of the hottest place to not just hang around, but also to generate leads and also to generate a lot of sales. So I'm sure with the platform, I would get the opportunity to extract a lot of secrets that you have related to Instagram. Okay, so to all the viewers, stay tuned. You're gonna get an awesome thing. So when it comes to Instagram, I am sure one of the most important questions asked to you frequently is, how do you get more followers? So can you throw some light on that?
Yeah, people do ask me all the time, and it's the same with turning your followers into clients, which I don't believe in that. I think you need to attract people who are already ready to buy from you. So they're going to be your ideal clients. And followers, the number of followers, they don't matter if you're not helping them and if they're not the right kind of followers. So if you have the right strategy, you're going to be attracting your ideal clients. You're not going to be attracting competitors or people who are not aligned with your mission. And the way for you to do this is to give value, to speak to your ideal client, to genuinely help them. Because I believe it's called social media for a reason, and it's for you to interact and not just post and run. You need to stay for the engagement. You need to stay to help your audience. And I always tell my clients that this social media, or actually any social media, it's not about you. It's about what your clients need, what they want to hear. So one thing that everyone should do is to ask their audience what they want to see. Because I think it's one of the most important ways that you're going to be delivering what they want, something that's going to be actually helping them. And some people, they're afraid of asking their audience because they might be seen as weak. And I think it's super powerful for you to hear what they have to say. So listen to the comments, listen to the DMs, and by listening, I mean, of course, reading in this case, but listen to what your audience tells you all the time so you can turn that into content that's going to be attracting your ideal client. And then go out and engage with the hashtags, engage with your followers, because I believe in not pursuing more followers, but actually going out and engaging with the ones you already have. You need to nurture those who are already believing in your mission.
Yes, absolutely. If you are going to nurture them, eventually it's like, taking care of the plant in your garden. If you nurture it, eventually it's going to give you fruits. Yes. So, but the thing is that you need to deliver value. And most of the Instagrammers, I think 2012, 2013, when it started with the entire boom of social media, and with Instagram, people technically thought of just sharing their selfies or sharing any photographs. So it was per se that, but then eventually Instagram migrated and evolved himself, and now it's completely different what it used to be before. Yes. So yes, but then people are too hungry to get only followers. But then I have seen a lot of people who have got followers, but then what? Their wish is complete.
Yeah.
They got followers, but then what?
Yeah, they have followers, but they don't have clients.
Yes.
So, and sometimes those followers are even fake. People buy followers nowadays, which is not good at all. So I believe in nurturing those that you already have, because they are going to be the ones putting the good word out there for you. And some people, they get confused whenever we say to give value. Basically means to teach something that you know. And I tell my clients that they need to talk about something that's obvious to them and speak their language, because what's obvious to us, and most of the times we're speaking using our expert hats, and our audience, they don't understand that. So we need to take that hat off and leave it to the side so we can speak in a language that our audience is going to understand. Because if they don't understand us, they're not going to buy from us.
Yes, absolutely. So in order to start with Instagram, and to all the people who are like newbies, so we need to start with a profile. So Nati, tell me one thing. When it comes to a profile, do I need to, like with respect to the photograph, do I need to put my logo, or do I need to put my picture over there on my profile?
I think basically I'm passionate about having a picture of you, because we are not like Amazon, like Coke, like those famous brands. So people are not going to recognize us by just seeing our logo. And it's called social media. So people want to get to know us. And when we do have our picture there, they're going to build an instant connection instead of just looking at the logo and saying, oh, it's pretty, I want to connect with this logo. It doesn't work that way. So I think if you do have a local business, which the people can recognize their logo, maybe you could go and use the logo if you're known around your city. Otherwise, I would say have a picture of you, a nice picture that you can clearly see your face, no sunglasses, don't hide your face, don't hide behind anything. And if you do want to start showing off your services, your products, so let's say you sell cakes and you have your logo that you want people to start recognizing, you can use the logo in the pictures on your feed. And also you can take a picture with your cake in the picture so people can understand a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so it's basically you're selling yourself along with the cakes.
Yes, because we don't go straight to Instagram to buy. We don't have that mentality yet. So we need to connect with others. We don't like following brands. We like following people because they have something to add to our lives. So we don't want to follow someone who is just a brand making cakes if we don't see their face, if they're not helping us by sharing recipes or something like that.
Yes, yes. I've seen that. In fact, one of the very young, there's a child in Mumbai where I stay. She's a baker. She makes cookies and she is exclusively into cookies and into cupcakes. And I have seen her grow from one follower to now 1 million followers. So, yes, she is awesome with respect to her cakes, also, her post, and everything she follows has a strategy into it. So, yes, absolutely. I resonate with what you're trying to say. So, uh, as you mentioned earlier, that if I grow my followers, I need to convert those followers into clients. So technically the clients means it is sale. So Natty, can you tell me how do I generate more sale on Instagram?
Relationships. That's the basic answer. So people, they need to trust you. And the way for you to build that trust is for letting them in. So show your behind the scenes, explain what you do. And I tell people that they need to stop selling and start serving. If you're serving your audience, they're going to trust you. They're going to keep begging to buy something from you. And that's natural for us to do that. Like we like someone's content that much that we keep looking, do they have a course, do they sell a product, because I want to support them. So if you build a relationship with your followers, they're gonna turn naturally into your clients because they like you that much and they want to support you. And then once you build that relationship, once they're giving you feedback about what you do, you can start sharing those testimonials, their feedbacks in the stories and in the posts to attract more people like them who are having the same issue. You can show the results. You can explain about the benefits. And I also like to say that you need to stop selling the features of your product and start selling the transformation. So like me, if I were to sell my service, I wouldn't sell as, oh, it's a 1 hour call, blah, 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 blah. No, I would say you're gonna get from point A to point B because I'm gonna be teaching you this, this, and that. So sell the transformation. And if you sell a product instead of a service, you can sell the emotion. So going back to the cake, for example, no one actually needs a cake. They want a cake, but they buy the cake because of the emotional connection. They need the cake for the party. So it's all about emotional connection, because if they're having a party, it's because they want to celebrate something. So there's the emotional connection once again. So think about how you can connect with them and start serving them. And I like to have at least 1 day a week where I'm going to be selling, because I don't like selling. I don't feel too comfortable. So I just put a day in my calendar, my weekly calendar, where I'm going to be selling, so I can talk about my services and start talking in a way that doesn't sound too salesy. So explain what they're going to get, the transformation that they're going to get, and how they can get in touch with you. Show the results, serve them, and go to their DMs, start helping them, serving them. And some people, when it comes to Instagram, they are afraid of sharing their best tips, of serving their audience really well, because then the thought we have is that the person's not going to buy from us. But the reality is, the more you teach, the more they trust you. And then they are gonna buy because they think it's too complicated to do by themselves, or they understand that what you do is too valuable, so they don't want to miss out.
Yes. So with emotions, you are able to generate sales. Yes, absolutely. It's an awesome point. Thank you, Nettie, for sharing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have seen many of the people are even camera shy, and they avoid to, like, since I'm a YouTuber and I'm a video coach. So most of the frequent questions I get is, I don't want to come in front of the camera. I don't want to face the camera. Is there any other way where I can create videos where I don't need to show my face? I am not presentable, something like that. So my question to you is, Natty, do I need to show up my face on my stories, Instagram stories, and my post, or not?
You absolutely should show up because people connect with seeing you. They don't like just seeing the floors or a text. So the way for you to do this is to start small. I tell my clients that they should start recording just their voice over the video. So if you're showing the behind the scenes, start talking, or you can just have a plain background where you have the voiceover with text, just so you can start getting used to listening to your own voice, to showing up, to work on the cadency of your voice, because stories is just 15 seconds. So you need to be fast, otherwise it's going to be boring too for others. If you are speaking too slow, people are not going to engage with you. They're going to be skipping the stories. So start slow by getting used to your voice. Another good way for you to practice showing up is for you to answer people on the DMs using video. So record a quick video welcoming them or answering their questions, because this is going to help you warm up to showing up on stories. And just practice. The more you do it, the better you get, and it's going to get easier with time. Another thing is, if you're judging yourself too much, don't rewatch your stories. Don't keep rewatching. Don't go through that pain, because sometimes it's painful to do that. So don't do that. Just post it and let it go.
Absolutely. One personal question, Natty, I have in my mind, and I have struggled a lot with respect to this particular thing, is to show behind the scene. Like, I struggle a lot. I just don't understand what is behind the scene. Like, basically, if I'm working, I'm trying to show that, or what? I'm confused. But I've seen many Instagrammers and YouTubers keep on doing that. So can you throw some light on it?
Yeah, so like using you as an example, you can show the process of editing the videos, or you can record a snippet of one of your calls to show people what goes on behind the scenes. And with using the cake, for example, she can show how she sets up the ingredients. I tell my clients that everything can become content as long as you think that way. And if you follow people in other industries, you can actually think like, oh, I like this that a person is doing. How can I make this as my own content? So just thinking that way, adapting everything. And I think now it's a difficult time for us to do that, for us to show a different kind of behind the scenes, since most of us are stuck at home. We're safe at home. So that's good, because it's going to keep you creative too, keep your mind running. Like, I don't want to show people the same stuff every day, so let me change the scenery a little bit. So I think it helps us with creativity too, whenever we have to show our behind the scenes.
All right. Thank you so much for answering and giving me a clarity of what it needs to be. So right after this particular episode, I'm going to start my behind the scene videos.
Yeah, that's great. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Great. Thank you. So, Natty, initially Instagram started as an image platform, but then over a period of time, videos also took over, because yes, with video marketing coming in, and conversions started better with videos instead of just simple images. So what do you think are better, to post pictures or to post videos, or both of it?
I think you need to test things out because video is great, but long videos now you should save it for IGTV because Instagram only have you uploading 1 minute video on the feed. So if it's longer than 1 minute, it should go to IGTV. And Instagram's working really hard on video now. So the lives, now we can save straight to IGTV, which is great. They just launched this week. So it's amazing how it's turning more into a video platform. So the stories, it's mainly done with video. So you need to get comfortable showing up in video. And I tell everyone that it's not that complicated to create video as long as you have the mindset of repurposing. So you can go live and you can cut parts of it to put it in your feed or turn into IGTV. And even your behind the scenes or your stories, you can save them and turn into IGTV. So it's not that hard for you to create videos for your Instagram if you're not a professional, if you don't have the time for it. Repurpose and test it out. I think there's no right or wrong when it comes to Instagram. It's all about testing, especially because the algorithm changes a lot. So you can test it out sometimes. Image it with text works better for me than it works for others. Sometimes video works better. And it's also a matter of educating your audience to what you have to offer them. So sometimes your audience is not used to watching videos, but if you start putting videos out there and actually give them value, they are going to get used to watching your videos. They're going to ask for more.
Great, Natty. First of all, give me a high five. You just gave a new feature alert. Okay.
Yeah.
And in fact, this feature will make people's life very easy because you just went live. Technically, from tomorrow in my content calendar, I'm gonna do Instagram lives. That was my agenda. And you just gave me a good news that I can now convert all my Instagram lives and convert them into IGTV. So technically, rather than just keeping them in the stories, now I'm bringing them into the profile and technically creating a content out of it. Wow. Thank you so much, Natty, for that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It might not be available to you just yet because, Instagram slowly rolls out the features. But even if it's not available to you, you can still save it and put it on IGTV by yourself. But for you to upload videos longer than 15 minutes on IGTV, you actually need to do it using the desktop. That's the only difference.
Okay, lovely. So since we are talking more about videos, so Natty, can you share that what is more like, I know you just share that you need to do a lot of testing, which works better and which not. So can you just share with respect to videos, should I put more videos on profile or on IGTV? So it's something like IGTV versus profile. What is better?
I think IGTV is growing more. So I would go with IGTV for now. If you're just starting out, IGTV is good because now they allow you to put the preview on your feed, which drives more people to see it. Because in the beginning, you weren't allowed to do this. So people kind of forgot about it. And you can now create series with IGTV too. So let's say you always have a tutorial on Tuesdays or something like this. You can create a series on IGTV. So I think it's great, but also it's good for you to have the short videos on the feed because then you can run an ad using that or something like this. So it's good to have a mix, but I would try to use IGTV more than just the plain video because it's hard for us to convey the right message and really nurture our audience with just 1 minute.
Absolutely. So what basically is that we are not able to deliver the justice to the content and to the viewer who's basically going to digest that content. Agree.
Yeah, so like it's good for you to use the videos to give a taste of something that you're going to be talking about, or making them want more from you. So it's good for that. But then on IGTV, you can deliver the good thing.
Yes. So you just said something about running ads. So is it recommended to boost your post?
Nope. Because boosting, it's like a waste of money. That's how I like to compare. So if you're boosting, you're wasting your money. But if you're actually running ads, you're investing your money. Because with boosting, you don't have many options. It's pretty limited because you do everything on Instagram. But running an ads, you actually go to the ads manager and you can set up a whole thing like their interests, their ages. You can exclude audience. Like I don't want people who have this kind of, you can get your email list and exclude those people from seeing your ads. Meanwhile, when you're boosting, you're just putting for everyone out there. You're not limiting too much. So you might reach more people, but they're not going to be the right people. So it's going to be a waste of your money. So stay, either hire someone to do it for you or start learning, because running actual ads, it's a little bit complicated. So if you don't have the time or you don't want to learn and mess around with this, hire someone, but preferably run an ad. And some people, they talk to me all the time like, oh, my ad is not performing well. It's like, did you actually run an ad or did you boost a post? Because those are two different things. So make sure you're learning or hiring someone to do the actual ads. This is way better.
Yes, and when it comes to Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, I think yes, since they have bought Instagram and now all are like one, and I have seen how Mark Zuckerberg wanted to buy Snapchat, but then the deal didn't happen, and then what changes he brought in the Instagram, and the best thing that he did was to get IG Instagram stories, and that's how the demand for Snapchat went down, and that's how the boost came up. And with the idea and giving the platform of videos more into the Instagram IGTV, I think he's now competing with YouTube and wants to technically take over the entire internet.
Yeah, and here's an extra tip that was not in the script, but be careful when mentioning another platform on Instagram, because it can reduce your reach. So if you wanted to say like TikTok, Snapchat, try to say it in a different way, because the algorithm cannot catch you and they won't reduce your reach.
So viewers, this is the inside edge story. Just remember it and note it down somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Great. So first of all, Natty, thank you so much for giving so much amazing values. So one last question. This is something that everyone is now on the edge and they just want to ask it. Can you share a few tips on how to grow my Instagram account? I mean, like anyone's Instagram account, some quick tips which can give them instant results, instant gratification.
Yeah, so the instant thing I would say is to nurture your audience. So go to your followers. And I like to tell my clients to just go and scroll all the way to the back of your stories, because you have a bunch of stories there. So go give those people on the back some love. Start interacting with their stories to show that you're still following them, you're still there watching them. And save up some time in your calendar, in your schedule to go engage. And I like to split between engage to what I see whenever I'm scrolling, and also engage with hashtags, because that's where you find new people to connect with.
This is value bomb. Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Natty. So we have come to the end of this episode. So before we leave, Natty, would you like to say something to our viewers?
I just want to thank you and to let you know, guys, that if you have any questions, if you want more about it, feel free to reach me out on Instagram. I'm always there. You might not find me on Facebook, but you're definitely going to find me and reach me out on Instagram. I'm always open to answering questions and helping you the best I can.
Yes. So is there any way other than Instagram, do you have something like a strategy call where people can just jump on that call and get to know more about you and few strategies which can benefit them in their page or a brand on Instagram?
Yes, I do offer strategy calls, which are 90-minute sessions. And you can book and get more information on either my Instagram link or my website, which is natimontandon.com. Yeah, and I do have a course, but now the doors are closed. I do launches because I nurture people inside the course. I'm actually supporting them along the way. So yeah, stay tuned because maybe the doors are going to be open soon.
So all the links, viewers, you will be able to see it in the description. So just simply click on it and take this offer right now. So thank you so much, Natty, for being on this show. You have just listened to Digital Maddie show with your host, Mithil Dave, and we have an amazing guest, Natty. So if you're listening to this particular video on YouTube, you can subscribe to my channel. And if you're listening as a podcast, you can subscribe on Anchor or on Google Podcast. Thank you, Natty, for being on the show and giving awesome values.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome.